respect to him and what he could be, but again, it's not necessarily ideal for a contender immediately.
No, no,
Okay,
it's not. You want to talk Ben? I would love to talk
let's
Ben.
go into it. So, it might be our great friends at the Seattle Times. I do love Ryan and Adam. I'm not saying that just to be like a smartass or like that I don't actually like them. They're very obviously good reporters, but good people too. Um, I believe it was, oh God. I'm looking at the time, sorry, and you look at the 28th, and it's what's left for the Mariners to upgrade their infield, and it's Cole Young on the cover. Jesus Christ. Um, oh wait, there might be information in this. Um, but there was a report that, the Mariners might turn to young. Oh, sorry, I'm watching the Falcons Commanders game, and Michael Penix just threw a bad pick. Um, there's a report that Ben Williamson could be viewed as an option, I think, to be ready later into 25, not at opening day, right? It was to start at
Yes.
AAA and
Yeah.
then move on. Brittany is president of the Ben Believers Club, I believe. I could have botched the name.
Correct. No, that is
Um,
correct.
tell us more about Ben Williamson because
Yeah.
not everybody's super knowledgeable about the farm system unless it's like Cole Young or Colt Emerson or
Sure.
Laz.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know your thoughts on that because I don't
Yeah.
imagine. I mean, I know we like the guy, but not necessarily contribute right now.
No, certainly not. Ben Williamson is my favorite prospect in the Mariners system. Uh, I jokingly started the Ben Believers Club. We do meet on Wednesdays. You do need to bring your own hors d'oeuvres and appetizers. What I love about Ben is his defense and how solid it is. It's not a reclamation project in terms of his defense, and he is a solid contact hitter. He is the doubles king. So, just a little background, a second round pick out of William and Mary in 2023. So, college bat. And very clear pretty quickly that he has a very polished glove, very solid, which you love to see at the hot corner. Last year, he played 29 games in Everett. So high A. He slashed 315, 408, 459 with 11 doubles. I will be giving his doubles numbers, not his home run numbers. He's not a home run hitter yet, knock on wood. He hits doubles like it's no one's business. In Arkansas, he played 95 games. That's where he finished last season. And he slashed 272, 365, 374. So those numbers did dip when he moved from Everett to Arkansas. Nothing crazy, still an above average hitter. 23 doubles. The one thing is his strikeout rate jumped from 16% to 24%, and he had historically been a low strikeout rate guy. So that is something that you can track and say, okay, he needs more time. He needs to get his feet under him more. So the report is that he will be in AAA Tacoma to start the 2024 season. I think he's going to rake there. I think he'll get comfortable. I think he will hit a ton of doubles in that ballpark. I'm really, really excited about Ben Williamson. I'm not excited about him in the year 2025. I would say 2026 would be great, maybe halfway through that season. What Ben really is going to need to be a solid major league contributor is power. He needs to develop his power, and he has yet to do that. He's still a kid. So I would love to see him have a really good, solid year in Tacoma and work on his strength and maybe get some power under him. The the glove is gonna be gold. So I am really excited for whenever he is a Seattle Mariner, knock on wood, that happens and he is not a part of a trade package. I love watching him play defense. It is so much fun. If you were lucky enough to catch any Arkansas Traveler games or Everett Aqua Sox games, you probably saw him make at least one fantastic play. It seemed like every game he's flashing some leather. So Love that kid. Really excited for him to be a part of the team. Not in 2025.
No, and I mean, I'll go through what our friends at this is Jude's article have said, and then I'll talk about like at least prospect wise what it reminds me of. Yeah, the report was that Williamson is expected to get a chance at third base in spring training for a solid season in Arkansas. I go and list the stats, some that you mentioned. He's earned a reputation as one of the best defensive third basemen in the minors, which is, I mean, it's on par with what you've said. I'm not doubting it, but um, Poto's quote was, "Those guys might not be ready." Talking about Williamson and Cole Young, might not be ready on opening day or even on May 1st, but we believe in those players and think that those guys will contribute this year. That's uh,
Well,
yeah,
he's backed
it's
into a place of having to say that at this
yeah,
point.
and even like it's just it's funny with Williamson because I remember William and Mary because of the logo,
Hmm.
and it's funny. Uh, Shortly after he got drafted, I was walking to the ballpark and I walked by a kid in a William and Mary's like polo, and I was like, hmm. I don't remember his face enough, so I don't know. I don't think I walked by him, but crazy. And then with Cole Young, I mean, obviously he's a very polished guy. I don't remember who I've talked to. It might be, I don't think it was you. It might have been, but I think it was Kate with Lookout Landing. Talking about Cole Young, Kate always says he's boring because he does everything really well. And it's not like, you're not like you just
Yeah.
talked about with Williamson and Power. There's nothing necessarily that Cole Young needs to develop
Yeah.
like glaringly. you know?
The Mariners could use a boring player, to be quite
Yes.
honest.
Yes.
A solid 100 WRC plus with a good glove. They could use that. Um,
Yeah.
and I mentioned this before the last time Cole Young came up. It is interesting that the narrative has shifted because at the last end of last season, the narrative was he's not ready yet. He looks good. We love the
Yes.
steps he's taken. He's not ready yet, and that has now shifted to we think he's good to go. I think we're Depoto's words. So that's interesting.
Yeah, this one, I guess early in December, Boda said Cole Young, regarding Cole, he's one of those guys, and we've talked about it internally, that if he came in and wowed us in March, it wouldn't shock anybody. Hey, I don't know. Maybe one of them does. Williamson or Young has a good spring. Sure.
Yeah, that'd be
But
great.
spring is one thing. 162 games, I'm not saying they'll play everyone, is another, right? Like it's just fascinating, especially to talk about. I don't remember when Cole was drafted. Um, a
He was
22,
he was that same
22.
yeah.
Um, but even like 2 years ago, you draft Cole Young, yeah. And then last year you draft Williamson, and you know you're trying to talk about them helping you now, like ideally they get to hang out down, not hang out, but you get the point, right? You get to bake the cake fully. And my biggest, and what I was talking about with prospects was, you know with the Kraken, right? Last year Shane Wright, he did get a call up, because Jordan Eberle dealt with an issue. He got cut by a skate in Colorado during a practice, and Shane was up for a few games, and he played a few games, I think, at the end of the year. No, it was Ryan Winterton. Yeah, Ryan Winterton and Logan Morrison. Um, Logan Morrison, different, not Mariners related.
Mhm.
But Shane, people were like, "Oh, call Shane up," when the Kraken were struggling. I was like, "You don't put." And obviously, the Mariners, at least got close to a playoffs, as the Kraken didn't really. But same sentiment, right? It's like bring the young guy up, bring the star prospect up. And the plan was clear from the Kraken that they were going to leave him down there and let him develop fully over the year outside of the one call up in the middle of the season. And now, I mean, he had the one stint where he got benched, yes, but he's been contributing really well. He makes a lot of really good plays, and I think he'll be better in his career because he got to spend the full year at the AHL level, your version of a AAA.
Yeah.
And what I'm kind of worried about this year is Ryan Winterton, who's essentially viewed to be, for Kraken terms and hockey terms, is a top six forward. For general, he's a starter. He'll get more consistent minutes. Think like a Luke Rayleigh almost in terms of how
Mm-hmm.
often he play, which he can
Mm-hmm.
play a lot. I'm not calling him Luke Rayleigh, but Winterton has gotten extended stints up here this year. He got to play a little bit at the end of the year. I just worry his game isn't here. Like when he's been up, he has not really contributed much. He hasn't scored his first NHL goal yet. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you need to score every game, but you see what I'm saying? I want the cake to bake fully. And I'm worried about that with Winterton, yes, but also with Williamson and Young here,
Hmm.
if we get to that, because you couldn't pay enough and you couldn't bring an MLB ready guy who will contribute, let alone upgrade what you have currently, which technically is nothing right now, right? I mean,
Bingo.
at least in this, Jude mentions, talks about the free agents, where we are right now. Obviously mentions a reunion with Turner being possible. There's no new information there. But then it goes into, low to mid tier free agents, like I was reading, Yuan Moncada, which fascinating. If you want a bounce back candidate, I guess. And then he mentions, I mean, this was interesting with Brendan Rodgers. I don't know, he's 28. It's something. But I also feel too if maybe the Mariners were interested in those guys, they would have done it already. Maybe if we get close enough to spring, they'll get desperate and sign someone like that. Um,
I can see
but
it.
yeah, I mean, you know, it's looking rough out here in these streets. I would just prefer to not bake the cakes, and have them come out flumpy, and then that's just how they are. I'd like to get those guys the full development that they deserve, and
Yeah.
you're better for it, but I understand too that you should trade prospects when you need to contend. The also other part that we've talked about previously, right? No other team really wants a prospect right now that can trade with, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That's your internal plan at third base, potentially. We'll see if we get to that point. Spring training will be fascinating. Um, Now we get into the storylines. We talked about it.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, how about the Zaps?
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. Where are you going to watch all those away games, though?
Away games. Huh. I was thinking of coming here since, after all, Rough and Tumble is the home of Circling Seattle Sports.
I love that idea. Hope to see y'all here. Yeah, that's good. Otherwise, I would have been like going really slow for the sip too. Okay. So you like that beer?
I love this beer.
What's it called?
Rainy season.
Who's it named after?
Seattle Rain FC. Man, that's good. Doesn't even taste like beer.
I know. Watch out, you're gonna be drunk by the end of it.
Ooh. I'm gonna clink and I'm just gonna do it too hard.
Do it one more time.
One more time?
Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That, I don't know. Wait.
You said it was bad luck.
Circling Seattle Sports and Rough and Tumble. It's too hard to like. We just need to do the clink.
I like that one though. Actually, I could really hear
I think we got it.
Yeah, we got enough now. We're gonna be really drunk. We're like sucked down a pint.
pretty much finished your beer.
I know.
I was, yeah. Ooh.
Yes, isn't that?
You start there, go.
Charles, you like this?
Oh, I love this. This
Yeah.
is my favorite thing here.
What's it
To drink.
called? What's it called?
Rainy season.
Rainy season. Who's it after?
Seattle Rain FC.
Yes.
Okay, we can do that again.
Yeah.
You want to wait till it comes on and get on?
Well, this is different,
Yeah, this
right?
is different. You like that beer?
I love this beer.
Are you old enough?
A year old enough, yes.
Start over. You're
My
so.
youthful glow.
Look at that. So close.
I remember watching the game that Kelsey set that record, And I think I was trying to talk to my dad, and he was like, "Shut up! This is really important." He told me to shut up. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, did you see Brittany Griner's book's coming out?
Is it not out yet?
No, May 7th.
Oh, okay. Oh, Asia's book came out.
Yeah.
And she did an audio
We
book
should
too.
make this a regular thing where you and I just like giving each other
Sitting.
shit.
Regular series. We'll oh, they're at fucking halftime.
Okay. How excited are you for March Madness?
Oh God.
I'm so excited.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys doing for March Madness?
We'll be lying around the block is what we'll be. Just during the games. So come other times. Don't think it's always like that.
It's not? It's like this right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is better than
Yeah, and we can, like, when you have events
Oh, yeah,
and
we
shit
could have,
you want to
like-
spur up, we can,
Okay.
like, you know, obviously dependent on availability, we can do
No,
shit.
we can totally like pick up a game or two. Yeah. Or whatever. All
yeah,
of them.
like whenever,
March Madness at Rough and Tumble.
yeah. And of course.
Especially if Wazoo's in. Well, Washington teams.
I know. I love
We're
Eladine,
egalitarian here. We're about equality, okay?
Sure. I mean, I had to cover that Charlize, one of the other nominees for Women's Sports Star.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
Wazoo.
yeah.
God damn it. Why are we at halftime? Horrible.
Okay, we don't need to. Let's just pretend we're watching.
They do like replays.
Yeah. And all we're doing is toasting.
I'm 24. That's the age that people ask me about.
I'm not going to tell you what I think.
What do you think?
Don't do that. Don't hit that.
I'm recording that one.
Before the video, it's just gonna play that like 10 times. How old do you think I am? Or no, what?
I would go with 27, 28,
That's fine. The three
22.
the three guesses that I got most consistently are 24, 28, and 30. And I
I
was
can
like,
see all of those.
wow. Are you old enough? Fucking guy. Ooh.
We should do an event with Urban Family too. Because we're going to keep collabing with them
Good.
on rain-themed beer.
There's gonna be another one? What? This is my favorite.
No. Well, but it's wintry. So we're going to go with springy. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Do we have enough to work
It's like a
with?
big belly.
I know.